Right, in our previous session, we started discussing continuous charge distribution and its electric field due to continuous charge distribution. Okay, today also we shall continue with the same issues. Okay, what we discussed in the previous session is ring charge distribution. Due to ring charge distribution on its axis, how the electric field will be. Yes, you see, this is the charge distribution. The configuration is in the form of a ring. Okay, this is its axis at a distance x from its center at a point P. The electric field will be along the axis away from the ring if charge is positive. If charge is negative, this E will point towards the center of the ring. Okay, this we discussed already, and its expression is given as E is equals Q. Q is the charge, total charge. X is the distance from center to point P under consideration. Okay, Qx upon 4 pi epsilon naught. What is capital R here? Radius of the ring. R square plus x square upon 3 upon. Yes, it is 3 upon 2 to the power of 3 upon 2. This is the relation what we got in the last session. Okay, today's session we are going to discuss electric field due to certain configurations. Let us see what are those configurations. You see, our topic is electric field, continuous charge distribution. Okay, whatever our configurations are, let us see once. Here, conducting solid, conducting solid sphere, or conducting hollow sphere. Okay, clear? Or non-conducting hollow sphere. These three comes under same category. Why they come under same category? Why they come under same category? If you take a conducting solid sphere and if you give some charge, where it resides? It will come to the surface, obviously. Okay, so the distribution is surface charge distribution on the sphere. If you take a thin hollow shell of conducting material and if you give charge to it, what happens to the charge again? It will get distributed on the surface. Obviously, it is also surface charge distribution. Thin means only skin we can find. Okay, right. And what about hollow sphere? Non-conducting hollow sphere. Yes, it is a thin shell. If you give charge, okay, on a non-conducting material, how it moves? It will stay where it is. Okay, so I am distributing uniformly on that non-conducting thin spherical shell. Okay, in all these cases where charge is residing, yes, clear, it is residing as a, how it resides as a thin spherical layer. Okay, so that's why what I want to conclude is these three comes under same charge configuration. Okay, that is a thin layer of configuration, charge distributed in the form of a sphere. So these three come under same category. Okay, this you should keep in your mind. Now I want to derive expression for electric field due to these three configurations. If Q charge is given for any one of the of these solid, conducting, hollow conducting, or hollow non-conducting. If charge Q is given, then what happens? As in third case, I am saying that uniform charge distribution. Then we should go for surface charge density or linear charge density or volume charge density. We should go for surface charge density. What a surface charge density. Let us go for that. Okay. First of all, what is our aim here? What is our target is? Yes, we have a charge configuration in the spherical form. Okay, a thin layer. Yes, okay. At some point, okay, we need electric field due to this charge configuration. That is our target. Okay, we are going to find expression for that electric field. Okay, in this case, we are taking sphere of radius capital R. Sphere of radius capital R and total charge is capital Q. Okay, right. These are the things we should consider. Okay, now you understood these three cases. Okay, now let us go for it may be any of these three cases. If I give charge Q to it, what happens? It will get distributed on the surface. For first two cases, third case, the only place is the surface and I am going to distribute uniformly. Total charge is Q, radius is R. Total charge is Q and radius is capital R. Okay, right? I need, okay, this is the configuration of the charge Q. This is the configuration. I arranged charge Q in this form, in the spherical form of radius capital R. And I need electric field at this point P. And this is point O, let us take. Okay, electric field at point P due to this configuration. Okay, Q is arranged in this configuration. Configuration in sense arrangement. Okay, it is arranged in this form. So we need electric field at point P due to this configuration. We are going to calculate that. We are supposed to calculate that. Okay, right. Let us see once. It is a continuous charge distribution. For a continuous charge distribution, yes, what is the basic procedure to go with? We need first differential element. A small element we will take. Differentially small. Okay, very small, infinitesimally small element we take. Okay, so that element, how it should be? Yes, that element may be point charge sometimes. That element may be a standard configuration sometimes. Standard charge configuration. Let us see, we learned in this, these things in center of mass itself. Okay, let us go for, I am considering this element, this as element, small element of this sphere. Okay, if I chop it like this, what I will get? You view from this side, what I will get? A ring. A ring. Okay, so now this is its surface. On its surface, what will be there? Charge will be there. Obviously, it is the surface. On it, charge will be there. Okay, now this element, from this line, its angular position is theta, and this is what now? D theta. This is D theta. Just I will give a magnified view of that for your convenience. You see, this is a sphere. Okay. If I chop like this, what happens? I will get a ring. Okay, ring. Clear. This is a point P. This is. What is the center of this ring? This is the center of the ring C. Okay, and the angular position of this ring is theta, and this is what? D theta. Then what is this thickness? Lateral thickness R D theta. Okay, and this is nothing but R D theta. Okay, we learned all these things in the previous sessions itself. Okay, this is a magnified view of this. Just for your understanding sake, what is this length? We can take it as R. What is this length? We can take it as R sin theta. What is this length? We can take it as R cos theta. What is the distance of this point P from the center of the ring sphere? Small. Let us take it as small. Okay, and This we shall take it as y. This is point A. From A to B, this is y. Okay, now you answer B. I have considered the, yes, this is a differential element, very small, a small element I consider. It is in the form of ring. If I chop this sphere, yes, I am going to get rings. Okay? You may ask me, sir, if it is a solid sphere, you may get disc. I am not speaking of the material there, charge. I am speaking of charge. If it is a solid sphere also, if you chop it, you may get disc. But how the charge configuration will be on the surface of on the peripheral of the disc. It means it is what configuration? Ring configuration. What configuration? Ring. Some people may get this doubt. I hope so. Now, here, listen carefully. Now, what is the radius of this ring? What is the radius of this ring? Yes, the radius of this ring is nothing but r sin theta. The radius of this ring is nothing but r sin theta. This is a ring. You see, this is a ring actually. Got the point? So that's what, from this magnified view, I hope you understood the things, how to proceed. Now, this is r. This is what? R sin theta. This is r sin theta. Okay. What is this? Y. What is this length? R cos theta. Okay. The distance from the center of the sphere to this point P is what? Small r. And what is this distance, can you say? Small r minus r cos theta. Very good. Okay. You are able to understand. From here to here it is r. From center of the ring to this point it is r minus r cos theta. Yes, this is for your convenience. I have given you the magnified view. Okay. Same thing is here, you see. This is point A and this is the center of the ring C. Okay. Anything I am missing? Okay. Clear. This is r d theta. You know that. You already did many problems, in many situations you will have followed these procedures, I hope so. In center of mass and gravitation, many issues, okay? Right, now coming to the point here. Okay, can I clear this? Yes, just I magnified that and I have shown here, okay? Now, then how I should proceed with this? What is my target? Electric field at this point P due to this differential element, that is ring or total sphere. Total sphere. For that, first I will calculate ring. Then I will integrate. This is the procedure now. Okay? So that's what. If I calculate for this ring, the electric field due to this ring charge distribution at this point P, how much it will be? Yes? You go for that. On the ring charge, this is Q is distributed in the form of what? Ring. Here, what is the charge of this ring? dq. What are dq? dq is the charge on the ring. dq. Okay? This is a charge on the. Okay? This is the center of the ring. Here, this is the center of the ring. Okay? You go for the analogy. Okay? Here, this at point P, we need electric field due to this ring configuration. Okay? Here also at point P, we need electric field due to this ring configuration. Okay? We shall use this relation here. Okay? So if we use this relation, the electric field due to this, okay,